Do you know what the three most important numbers in business are? Well, this video will tell you exactly what they are. In previous videos, we've talked about the three ways in which to grow a business. And when you break it all down, there's basically just three simple ways. Now, the first way is what we're talking about here, which is number one, acquiring more customers. You can grow a business by having 100 customers and then multiplying it to 200, to 1,000, to 10,000. If you continue to do that and service them well, you should be able to grow that business. Now, the second way in which you can grow that same business, this is like adding gasoline onto the fire, is by enticing them to buy more when they buy from you. And the third way is to have them buy more frequently when they actually do buy from you. So in our previous videos, we've talked about a hypothetical example where we actually figure out all these sorts of things when it comes to acquiring more customers and figuring out exactly how much you can pay to acquire a customer. If you're marketing online, acquiring more customers is typically the most common approach. All I need is more customers in which to grow my business. However, how much do you actually pay to acquire that customer? This is where a lot of businesses, a lot of marketing executives get a bit confused. And it's a simple formula which comes out to the three most important numbers in business that you absolutely have to know in order to market yourself successfully online. The first number is lifetime value, or LTV. This is your total sales in a set period of time, let's say a 12-month period, divided by your individual customers in that period. So it's fairly easy for businesses to figure this out, just going into your CRM, not multiplying by multiple of the same customers. That's a whole different example, but just taking all your individual customers, making sure there's no duplicates in there, and multiplying it by your actual gross revenue for the previous year. You can do that for three months, you can do that for 6 months, you can do it for 9 months. Most business owners tend to settle on a 12-month period to get to that number. So that is the number one most important number that you need to know in business. The second most important number is your actual cost to acquire a customer. Now, in previous videos, we went through this with relation to what's your desired profitability. So the way in which you actually figure out how much you can pay to acquire a customer is you just do some simple math. So you take the lifetime value of a customer, which in this case is maybe $2,000. You take away your refunds, which maybe is about 10% at $200. Then you take out cost of goods sold, which is anything and everything relating to the manufacturer, the delivery of that particular product or service. In e-commerce, it's how much you pay for shipping, warehousing, the actual physical elements that go into the physical good. In the digital marketing space, it might be your web hosting, it might be maybe certain people on your staff that might be related to either your coaching business, or maybe they man the phones, or do customer service, all that stuff. So anything related to the delivery of the service, of the goods or the service, is cost of goods sold. The next thing you subtract is your overhead. Now, this might be your legal fees, maybe your bookkeeper. This can be your staff, your overhead, people that are on staff, maybe your secretary, your administrative assistant, maybe some of your other staff members that maybe do website development. Whatever it happens to be, that's all bundled under either selling general administrative, which is often the case, or what it's called, but in most cases just called overhead. Last but not least, one of the most important, if not the second and or third most important number, is your cost to acquire a customer. Now, cost to acquire a customer is an inverse relationship to what you want as your desired profitability. You can go back to other videos that we've shot here to determine what that cost to acquire a customer is. But in this particular case, we had a cost to acquire a customer, which is $400. And this is the second most important number in business. Now, when you subtract all of these numbers out of your lifetime value, what you get is what we discussed before, the most important, or really the purpose of business, and no business can survive without it, even charities that we work for in our agency, they still have a profitability goal each and every year. It doesn't matter what your business is, you have to have more money at the end of the day than when you first started. And that number is the most important, probably number of all in business, which is your profit. In this case is $400. And that is, even though it's number 3 here of the most important numbers, for me it's actually the most important number, because without that profit, the business can't survive and thrive. So hopefully that's a good example of exactly what numbers you should be focusing in on as a business owner or a marketing executive: your lifetime customer value, your cost to acquire a customer, and last but not least, your actual profit. And this can be done through as a percentage of any of these individual numbers or through the raw numbers themselves. However you do it and however you figure it out, this is the basis for all online marketing. And when we get into how to acquire real customers from digital marketing and from online marketing, you're going to have to refer back to this number quite a bit to determine exactly how much you can pay to acquire a customer, what your desired profitability is, and ultimately how to enhance your overall lifetime value per customer. So if you have any additional questions, comments, or concerns or confessions, leave those in the comments below. Would love to know what you think and how we can help you continue to scale and grow your business.